Welcome to episode 28 of Liquid Velvet Literature. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Welcome to episode 28 of Liquid Velvet Literature here on Prose Radio. We began today with a quote by David Bowie. What a beautifully deranged yet measured, graceful, loving, unyielding artist he was. I was listening to Ziggy Stardust and the guitar in Ziggy Stardust, the dun 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 dun, just a beautiful song. You know, where were the spiders? I could go on and on, but I won't. You're welcome. I wanted to just start off with Bowie because I woke up today with that. Some reason I was just thinking about the 70s and the color orange and the early 80s, and all that brought me back to Bowie. Why that tied into Bowie, I don't know, but it did. I mean, I do know, but I don't want to explain it. It'd just be really long and boring. And, but I wanted to just say that. I really think that anybody out there, play some Bowie today. It'll make you feel good. And speaking of feeling good, we have only 3 pieces today. And before I go on, I want to say that I don't search the site often to find pieces to read. My job has me busy all over the place, but I get requests at the Prose channel at Gmail. I'm going to leave a link down below. So if there's a writer or a new writer or somebody that you want to hear narrated on the channel or you want to give them some attention that they deserve, by all means, send me an email. I'll leave the link, like I said, below. And today there were 3. And I liked them all. 2 are reoccurring. Well, they're all 3 reoccurring. So I wanted to say that. So send me an email. I'll read whatever you send me. It's a chance to narrate. So what else? Oh, speaking of that, today I'm on the Rode NT1, and this is the microphone choice of one of my favorite narrators, brilliant reader named Mavia. And so this is her mic of choice, and today it's my mic of choice. So in honor of her, let's read while I put this coffee down and catch my voice. Ooh, okay. Dun 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 dun. Ziggy played guitar. Okay, this is the first one, Area Man, and I like this piece a lot. He wrote about Al Purdy. Anybody who's out there who's read like the letters from Bukowski to his people, he wrote to Al Purdy sometimes, and I like Al Purdy. And this is called Beyond Remembering. Al Purdy wrote, "We have set traps and must always remember to avoid them ourselves. Those words from that poem have saved me from death, from prison, from permanent insanity, more times than I care to remember. Thank you, Al, for being the only Canadian poet whose work did not make me want to shove a pencil through my brain, and I mean that with every fiber of my being." Let's see. I mean, I don't have one Canadian enemy, honestly. I thought about that just now. This is flash. Every Canadian I know is so fucking polite, and everything has a place, and they're meticulous people. They're awesome. There's polite. I just think of polite. Whenever I go to Canada, I've never had a bad, impolite experience in Canada. So, but as far as the writers go from Canada, I've read a couple that I liked. But I like, I'm just gonna skate. Here we go. This one is the second one that came in. This is large. When is the art? Sometimes I hang up my hang-ups, hang them like abstracts tacked to the gallery, where every eye and hush lullaby oohs and ahs, ogling the trailing indigestion of a comet caught between lashes, a one-shooting star hung in a moment of indecision, overheated or undone, either way, fully tendered. That's beautiful. And Mariah, how cool is Mariah? She always has something really nice to say, and she's so supportive and also, in her own right, an amazing poet. I have featured her so many times and absolutely and crazy about her work. So check her out if you haven't yet. Follow her. And the last one comes in from the new kid in the block, and not new anymore so much, but almost like the one people have requested more regarding all the new writers, and you'll see why. This is BeulaDaisle with The Deal. I'm fighting against this poem because it reminds me of how desperate madness was to dance with me. Undone by its own weakness, I'd like someone to look me in the eye and know exactly what I mean. I'd like a ditch instead of a city. Like before the invention stole the magic out of me. Before a wrinkled space replaced the feel of a labored manual embrace. I want to smell the smoke of a climaxed match, strike it, as I exile the love from the corner of my smiling mouth and toss the flame into existence. Jerk and watch a deal the devil made with me in Vegas. Exchange a single heartbeat for $20 worth of gas. In that space between the beats, I pumped blind rage into my veins. Sign the dotted line, my dear, and watch the gates close on your dreams, he said while leaving me alone with the sun in the desert. Let's go, before the time on my shoes runs out and they forget the feel of the avenue. Before my listening too closely resembles another message from the dead. And that's going to wrap today. Thank you for being here, and thank you again to the 3 talents featured on the show today. I'll say it again. If you'd like to read or write, go to theprose.com, read and write, inspire, be inspired. We need you. The world needs your work now more than ever, like I always say, but it's true, it's necessary. So I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you in a new video. Take good care.